So that can only mean one thing. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special Sephora Live to celebrate Haus Labs launching in Europe. I hope everyone is tuning in. I hope everyone's getting ready. Everyone's getting seated for a very special live session because later on in a little bit, the Queen, Lady Gaga herself, is joining us for this very special live. In the meantime, I know Haus Labs just launched in Europe. What are you most excited about to get your hands on first? Let me know in the chat. I have a very special production team right here. So in a minute, I'll get some answers and I know what you're actually saying because I don't have the chat on my screen, just so you know. I'm here in Paris. I'm very excited to be in Paris. And I'm even more excited to celebrate the launch of Haus Labs in Sephora right now. So it's very weird to not to be seeing what you guys are saying, but I'm assuming only positive things. If you think I look like a bald baby from the Rugrats, I agree. I agree. So while we're waiting for the Queen to arrive, let me show you some of the products that I'm really excited about myself. The Triclone Foundation. This is a hit. This is a viral hit. Everyone knows this by now. I just want to reiterate how insanely gorgeous it is. I'm wearing it on my face today. Take it in. Now, I don't want to see any comments in a minute saying, because I know it looks bomb, okay? So we've got the new blushes. Packaging. Look at that. So I'm actually wearing these two colors on my cheeks right now. So we've got the pink one called Dragon Fruit Days. Look at that. So bright, so poppy. I love it beyond words. And then we've got Pomelo Peach. And then I did the two of them together on the cheeks, because if there's one thing I learned about Haus Labs is that they're all about innovation. They're all about trying products and mixing it up and being your own little lab. And Haus Labs, I just got that. So let me know what products you're excited about getting your hands on. By the way, the concealer, if you haven't tried the concealer, it's like creamy, it's rich, I love it. Oh, the highlighters, let me show you the highlighter I'm wearing. Oh, the pink on my cheeks right now. And then also, because I'm mixing and matching, we've got this one. This one is called Moonstone, Rose Quartz and Moonstone. Okay, are they being nice in the chat? Are they being nice? Okay, because if they're not being nice, I'm not gonna invite Mother over, okay? I'm not gonna invite Mother. I'm gonna be like, Gaga, just wait 12 more minutes as a punishment. So yeah. Oh, by the way, bronzers. Did you know we have bronzers? I'm saying we as if I'm part of Haus Labs. I am today. So we're here in Paris. I'm so excited. Yesterday we had the launch event in a very beautiful Parisian building, and it was so cool. And one of my favorite moments from the launch party was there's 51 shades in the complexion products, and 51 models walked a carpet, and it was just very emotional, very powerful, and very strong. And I think that was one of my favorite moments from last night. I saw Sarah Tano. Sarah Tano is Lady Gaga's makeup artist, always gorgeous. And she's rocking a new ginger hairdo, and it is a vibe. So let me know how you guys are feeling. Are you excited to meet Mother, Miss Lady Gaga? Are you excited to meet her? I haven't spoken to her in a minute. Okay, I will tell you, the last time I spoke to her was maybe a little awkward. I don't know how much time we got, but we don't have time. I'll save that one for later. So I'm gonna wait until, is she close? Is she near and dear? Oh, she's here right now. Can I introduce the Queen? Oh my God, she's there already. Oh my God, give it up for Lady Gaga. Woo! Come on, cheers. Yes.
Hi.
How are you, Queen?
I'm so good. It's so nice to see you, honey. How are you?
I am so good. You look fabulous. I love how we're matching with the black.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You look beautiful as always, and I'm just so happy to see you.
Oh,
you always
look
beautiful.
Fabulous.
And you're so
now, tell
funny.
Me, how do you feel? I'm not funny. I try. How do
you're
you feel
so
now
funny.
that Haus Labs has launched in Europe in Sephora? How does that feel?
I just feel so grateful and so excited that Haus Labs has launched in France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Sweden, and Denmark today. This is a huge, huge opportunity for us, and we're just so excited to extend what we do to Europe now and get our makeup into the world in an even bigger way.
I know, and how incredible that your products are thriving, they're doing well. I mean, one of the things that Haus Labs is powered by is innovation. Can you tell me a bit more about innovation at Haus Labs?
Absolutely. Innovation is core to who we are as a company. We believe in products that have high artistry, which means that we want to make clean products that remove 2,500 harmful ingredients, but also really, really perform at their best. So we want a foundation, a concealer, a blush that is outperforming even your dirtiest foundation. And then also, we
Ooh,
believe so much in the science and in the innovation. For me, I've always been interested in being innovative in my career, and I think when I started a makeup company, people were thinking, "Oh, it's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be
right,
avant-garde," but I put my
right.
love of the avant-garde into the formulation. So, actually,
I
our
love that.
foundation has 71% skincare in it. And our concealer has 64% skincare. Our blush has 11% skincare. And this is not just a sprinkling, right? This is skincare that has efficacy that's going to give you real results. So, our Triclone family, that's the foundation and the concealer, they are packed with fermented arnica. And
Oh,
that's going
yes.
to visibly take down the redness in your face.
Wait, before you continue, so I was at the launch party last night. Sarah Tana was like oozing her heart out about fermented arnica. At one point, I said LG7 fermented arnica because I can feel it in the air. So tell me, what
That is
is
not the
fermented
title of
arnica?
my next record.
Okay, I tried. Okay, so what is fermented arnica?
Fermented arnica is a arnica that's gone through a fermentation process, and what it does is
Mhm.
it makes the arnica 860% more potent. So
Oh,
I fell
God.
in love with arnica over a long period of time where I really struggled with joint pain and inflammation, and I
Mhm.
used arnica as a way to soothe my joints.
Oh,
And I found that, okay, if it helps with inflammation in my joints, I wonder if it would help with inflammation on the skin. I also really have suffered with redness on my face for a long time, especially
same.
after years of performing with tons of makeup in the heat over and over again, makeup just wrecking my skin. So when I started
Right.
a beauty brand, I decided I wanted to create something that was more self-care for beauty because that's how I experience beauty is it's a way to take care of myself. And
Yeah.
foundation is something many of us wear every single day. It should be something that is made with a lot of pride, that's good for your skin. I sleep in our foundation.
Oh, well, with all this skincare, you can actually do that. Wouldn't recommend it with other brands. Please, no, don't do that. House Labs is also clean beauty. How important is clean beauty at House Labs?
Clean beauty is essential. It's so important to who we are, especially with the wonderful fans I've had and the career that I've had. I didn't want to put makeup into the world that was going to be toxic for your skin. I didn't want to put makeup into the world that was going to be harmful in any way. So we removed
Mhm.
2,500 harmful ingredients and we replaced them with good ones. And I want to really emphasize that to us, it's not enough to just say, hey, we infuse our makeup with skincare. We're not just infusing, we're formulating with skincare. So we're thinking, okay, how can you have the best possible artistic experience with your makeup? Then have the innovation working all the time to make your skin better. And then, of course, we create with kindness. So for us, inclusivity is so important. And that doesn't just mean having 51 shades. That means that we're
No.
formulating for everyone. That means that we are developing our colors for every skin tone, not just checking off boxes. For me, I want everyone
Mhm.
to have not only equal options, but also just beautiful colors.
What was beautiful to me is last night at the launch party, you mentioned 51 shades, and I know a lot of brands come out with a lot of shades, which finally, that is what the world needs right now. But sometimes when you hear the number 51, you're like, oh, that's great. Congrats, Gaga. You did great. But what happened last night was 51 models of all shapes, sizes, colors, genders walked the runway, and it really showed you what you're doing it for. It shows you who this is for, why you're doing it, and why you're being inclusive. So I just want to say round of applause because
Thank
that
you.
was powerful and beautiful. I know
Thank
the
you so
Triclone
much.
Foundation is a big hit. It went viral. How does it feel to have viral products? That must feel insane.
It really is, and it's so exciting. When we first started this company, that is not what happened. I built this
No.
company from the ground up, and I have worked so hard with our entire team. And what I realized over time was that it was actually exciting for me from an artistic perspective to stretch my mind when it came to formula. And so that's where I put all my energy. It was in the quality of the products. I get asked all the time, Nikki, why don't you charge more for your
Right.
foundation? And I always say, because I want people to have a really high value and high quality in their makeup. And I want it to be more accessible. I don't think you should have to spend a lot of money on skincare. It should just be smart, intelligent beauty. It should be smart skincare.
I agree. I agree. So now that you've worked on all these products, and I know newness is coming out that is going to slay the internet again, but when you're looking at your current collection, do you have like a top 3 favorite products from your own House Labs?
Yes, I would
She's like,
say
don't do this to me.
so I would start with our Triclone foundation because if you
Mhm.
are a foundation wearer, I can't think of a better foundation for you to have. It's wonderful in the way that it moves from day to night. It has 71% skincare in it, which means it is packed with goodness for your skin. If you have any redness or unevenness in your face, you will notice that it visibly takes it down over time. And
Mhm.
it, for me, this is number one, right? It's sort of like, changing out the engine of the car and making sure the engine in your car is excellent. That the engine of makeup is
Ooh.
foundation.
Ooh,
So
I
then I would
like
say
that.
after that, it's concealer. Because
Okay.
I sometimes don't wear foundation every day. I'm definitely a concealer uh, gal, and I love to sort of use it under my eyes, around my redness. Again, I put it in areas for lifting. It's also excellent. It has a biotech caffeine in it. So if you get puffy under the
I
eyes
heard
while
about
you're
this.
sleeping or in the middle of the day, you dab it on and it will visibly depuff under the eyes. And then I
Yes.
would say my third favorite product, it's got to be the Color Fuse blush. And our blushes are out
Ooh.
now in some beautiful, beautiful shades. So what's special about this is we were able to take both wet and dry ingredients that you see in skincare and fuse them
Mhm.
together to make a blush that's extremely hydrating and extremely calming for your skin. So it's packed with pigment. All of our products are. That's always
Which
why
is
we say
wild.
artistry first. There's tons of pigment, but then second is the science. So you have the fermented arnica, you're treating your skin. You have hydroberry, you have squalane in there as well. And we
I'm just
always
giving you a
validate our
swatch.
color products against all skin tones. So we don't just validate the skin tones for our products in terms of complexion. We also do that with color.
And what Sarah mentioned last night is that these are almost like a gel powder. So they're not like a dry, like powder. They actually are like a transformative, like gel powder. So they almost act like a cream on the skin.
They do. They glide on really, really smooth, very, very smooth. But you can kind of build it up. The more you put on, you'll get more of a powdery finish. The more of a
Right.
medium application will be a little bit softer than that. And we have a beautiful brush that came out today too that I am obsessed with. It's the
Is this a
multi-purpose brush.
dual-ended one?
Yes.
I'm stealing
Okay, but
this.
here's why it's different, Nikki. You see how the ends, they're very dense. Right? So
Yes.
very
Yes.
often with a dual-ended brush, you're going to get that fluffier end. This gives you a
Right.
lot more control with the blush. So I do my full face with this. I do foundation, I do concealer, I use our bronzer to do contour, and then I do blush on
Oh,
top.
I'm stealing that, and no one can stop me. Okay, so I got some questions from the chat. I got them in a little paper because I can't see the chat. So if you're wondering, like, what you doing? Okay, so we've got Sarah from Italy. And Sarah asked, Nikki, can you share your first memory you have with beauty and makeup? Oh my gosh. My first memory with makeup would probably be my mom. She used to have this like duo eyeshadow, like duo colored, and one was like a shimmering taupe and the other was like a shimmering champagne. And she would always wear it. Where usually we do like a darker color in the crease. Now she was like, oh, I'm breaking the rules. She put the darker color on the lid and the light champagne on her brow bone. And I was living. And it's so iconic to me. And I remember just having such a vivid memory of being like, when I grow up, that duo is going on my eyes as well.
Oh, so sweet. That's so, so sweet. That's a beautiful memory. My first memories with makeup were my mom too. I feel like our moms really model for us our relationship with beauty.
They do, they do. So then we have Marie in France. Is she outside? At Nikki, if you were to do your whole makeup with only one product, what would it be? Oh my God. Oh my God, one product? I would do,
This
oh
is a
my
good
gosh,
question.
I would either do one of these, the lipsticks, because lipsticks can be applied very densely or very sheer, so you can like do a full smoky eye with it and then also apply to the lips and the cheeks. But I will say that I'm loving the blushes, so if I go for a more neutral tone, I can see that working out for me as well. By the way, the new packaging, oh, so good. What would you use for one product if you had to do your whole face? Would it be the concealer?
Let me think.
Sigh. She's
Like,
like, oh.
God, one product, Nikki. I think it would be the concealer. I think it would
The
be. Or you
concealer?
know what? I might choose it depends on what I'm doing. If it's an
Right.
everyday thing, I would say concealer if I'm doing business meetings or moving through the world like in everyday activities. But when I'm
Right.
at the studio working, I actually might choose our bronzer actually, because I would use the bronzer to
Oh,
contour,
smart.
contour on the cheeks, contour in the eyes, and then I would also contour the lips a little bit too.
Oh, she means when she's in the studio slaying another banger. I see. Okay, I hear you. People are sending me death threats because they were like, if you're not asking her one thing about a new album, we'll come for you. So I did my
That's
job.
not okay. Don't do
I'm
that to
safe now.
Nikki.
So now that you've launched in Europe, can you share with us what are some products that you're excited about or maybe some hidden gems?
Something I'm really excited about is our lip glaze that's coming out. This is an innovation in plumping. So
Yes,
this
I
is a lip
heard.
plumping gaze, but it does not sting and it does not irritate your lips. So if you wear it consistently for 2 weeks, it will visibly plump your lips. And so it uses vegan collagen. It's a really, really lovely
Okay, that
Slather
is
it
going
on,
on
Lacey.
right now. That is going on right now. She said 2 weeks starting today. Oh, oh, that is stunning. Okay, okay. I
And
think
then I
this
would
definitely
say,
is a hidden gem.
I like the glaze. I also have to say I do really love our high power pigment paints. They're extremely
Yes.
hydrating, and I use them to contour the eyes, and I love those as well.
And look, you got insane bright colors.
Yeah, there's so many fun colors, and so it's a great way to express yourself, but it also comes in neutral tones if you want to do kind of a more everyday eye.
I think when people envisioned Lady Gaga coming out with a makeup brand, this is what they envisioned. This, what I'm holding in my hands right now, this is that. So we got it, baby. Let's see. We have another question from Layla in Denmark to both of us. What would you say is your signature makeup look? Ooh.
My
Um,
signature. What's your
do you want to go
signature?
first? My
Yeah.
signature, well, I'm not an in-between. I either go balls to the wall or not so much. So for me, it is this, where it's like, what am I even doing with my life? But I live for like the process and the transformation and just the sitting down with yourself and having fun with it. But there's also, now that I actually have brow hairs, you know, she's been working on her growth. I feel comfortable going out with less. And my favorite thing to do then is just pop on a little bit of concealer and like a ton of highlighter. So people on the streets will be like, did you go to the spa? What did you have like a nice weekend off? What happened? You look rested and glowing. I'm like, I know, I know.
Moonstone.
What about yours? Your signature look?
Mine is similar, but for me, it's instead of highlighter, it's bronzer. So I use the concealer
Mm.
kind of all over, and then I use the bronzer to contour. And that's not typically how you should use a bronzer.
Oh,
I know typically a bronzer is used to warm up the face, not to
yes,
sculpt with cool tone. But I will sculpt with a warmer tone sometimes. And
yes. Oh, good
other
one.
times I have a different go-to, and that is like maybe, just our high power pigment paint in black as eyeliner.
Ooh,
Yeah,
serving some
with
GUI. Ooh.
with some bleached eyebrows. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And
Oh, at least at
and
Vanderpump partying in the pool. Yep.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
then the color fuse blush maybe on the
Yes.
lips, like sort of like a diffused mouth with a strong eye, and no skin.
I love that. By the
But
way, yesterday,
that's what I love
Sarah,
about makeup. I
yesterday,
just love that makeup
Sarah,
can be like we have so much delay. We're just talking
I'm
over
like,
each
go ahead, go
other.
ahead, take it.
No, you go, you go.
Okay. Yesterday, Sarah, she said that this was a hidden gem as well. This is the highlighter in chocolate opal. She says to put this on top of your eyes for a smoky sort of bronze richness. I haven't stopped thinking about it ever since she said it. So I'm going to
It's beautiful.
steal that as well. Yeah.
It's a beautiful color. The highlighters come in lots of beautiful colors. So if you love
They do.
highlighter, you definitely don't want to miss it.
Let's see, do we have any more questions? Oh, yes, from Alice in Poland at Lady Gaga. What product excited you the most when developing your brand?
It's so hard. I have to say I keep talking about our foundation, but it's truly like the hero product for me because it was the first time that I felt like with the formula we went further than many have been able to go. I love being told
Uh-huh.
no in general, in life, like in artistry and in in creativity. When people say you can't do that, I always go like, watch me.
Yeah.
I like a challenge, and I think nobody thought that it was possible to make a clean foundation that was good for your skin, that would perform as a major foundation that wouldn't let you down. So, like I can wear my foundation on stage, but it also is good for my skin. And those two things didn't seem like they were compatible, but they are. And so I would say our foundation. But to me, makeup is such a special way of expressing who you are. And I love that we can talk about, how we work with just concealer, bronzer, or a highlighter, and then also doing, a full face with just lipstick or, a dark eye and a light lip with no foundation at all. Makeup is just kind of endless. And I feel proud that we were able to make a company that made it accessible for everyone with an avant-garde mindset, but not
Oh, yes.
not I don't want people to want to look like me. I want people to want to look like themselves, and I want to give them the tools to do that.
We give them the tools to do that, but every Tuesday now and then we can look like Lady Gaga, and I support that message. So what are some makeup trends that you are loving right now? Is there anything on your radar?
Makeup trends that I am loving right now. You know, I would actually say that I really just enjoy watching all of the various ways that people are exploring makeup online. I've been
Hmm.
noticing that there's been a lot of like interesting blue eyeshadow trends, and I think that
Yes.
that's really special and gorgeous. And I love to see when color is making a big comeback.
Yes.
I
Yes.
loved seeing glass skin and
Ooh.
have like a huge time after the Margiela show. I loved the makeup that Pat McGrath did in that show. It was beautiful.
Oh,
Um, so I love makeup. I love, and to be honest, I love all sorts of trends that I see all the time. It's hard to choose one.
before I let you go and before I ask you for your parting words, I just want to say that recently you really stood up for the trans community in such a beautiful way. And as the trans community, I just wanted to say thank you for that one because that one really warmed my heart. Um, you are it, honey, and we thank you so
Well,
much.
I
Um,
love you. I love you so much, and I, that's all I have to say. I love you.
Before I let you go, and I don't want to let you go, but I have to, do you have any parting words for all your makeup lovers in Europe?
I would just love to say to all my makeup lovers in Europe that I am an American woman, but I grew up with an Italian family. So I grew up with strong Italian women showing me how to take care of themselves with makeup. My mom never left the house without lipstick on. If she wore
Oh,
anything at all, she wore lipstick. And so I do think that there is an inspiration of Europe behind the makeup that we create, makeup as self-care. That's always how I experienced my family. So I'm really, really looking forward to everybody having access to this makeup in these countries now and knowing that everything was formulated with artistry, with efficacy, and with kindness.
I love that. So, you guys, if you're watching, what are you waiting for? House Labs is now available across the entirety of Europe at Sephora. So, what are you waiting for? Get your House Labs on. Mother Gaga, I want to thank you so much for this live. You look gorgeous. We can't wait for LG7. And while we're waiting, we'll just play with our blush and patiently wait if fermented arnica is on the track list. Thank you so
Well,
much.
listen, I'm working as fast as I can, but uh, I will say that I'm feeling deeply inspired right now, and I'm
Good.
so excited for everything that I have to show all the fans. And I'm deeply grateful for everybody's excitement and my creativity, and for how kind and loving you were to me and to House Labs today and every day. We appreciate you so much, and we look up to you, and we're so grateful that there's somebody shining like you in the world for us to follow, because you are the North Star.
Oh, I love you, Lady Gaga, and hopefully it won't be another 3 years. I love you, honey. Bye.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye.